fuego, fuego. It's hot, fuego. Caliente, fuego, hot, fuego, fuego. It's hot, fuego. It's hot, fuego, hot, fuego, fuego, hot, fuego. Caliente, fuego, hot, fuego, fuego. It's hot, fuego. Caliente, fuego, hot, fuego, fuego. It's hot, fuego. Caliente, fuego, hot, fuego, fuego. It's hot, fuego. It's hot. Beans itching with the ticks. I can teach arithmetics. John Wick with the stick. Hit man with the shit.
Social media family.
What's up? What's up?
I got my mic on. There we go. Hey, there we go.
Your mic don't need to be on, man.
Hey, social media family.
I carry the show.
Welcome to another edition of the Naked Truth, your political hip hop outlet. I'm Jimmy the Square Guy, the one talk fly to you before he lie to you, with Ed D, aka your relationship gurus.
You know what it is.
You know what it is.
He just gave me that title.
No. That's it. It's us, not him. The panel itself.
I'd rather talk about your money, but we can talk about relationships too. Especially when you're in a relationship where they spending your money.
But obviously that ties into the same thing. Cause I wish I could show you this post that this girl have on.
Just paraphrase it.
No. You didn't hear it.
Gotta see it.
And she actually talking about women who are with men that wasn't contributing, that don't contribute. Then when they break up, they go to the next female and do everything for her.
Oh. So I know you feeling some kind of way.
I mean,
no, her.
Oh man, the way she was breaking it down, I was like, ooh.
Cause she must have been the victim.
And she said she was.
Yeah.
She said no more today. And her accent, the way she's saying it, oh man, I tell y'all what, Wednesday, I'm showing it.
Let's try to get her on the show.
I gotta get on here. I gotta reach out to her and get on the show.
Yeah, because I mean, obviously you know. They complain, but it might be on her. She might be something you wasn't doing right, sweetheart.
But you know, and from a man perspective,
I mean, I don't know.
Man perspective, I got to say this, and I'm not just gonna say with men. I'm gonna say with people. People would do what you allow them to do.
Oh, no doubt about it.
What you allow will continue.
No doubt about it.
So if you don't know how to communicate to your mate to what you need to be doing or what the help that he need or she need to contribute, they're not gonna do it.
Yep, and again, we talked about that. Another thing is how you start is how you got to finish.
And
so you can't come in a relationship, accepting that he ain't spending no money on you, and then, and then expect that later. I'm not saying he's supposed to spend all his money on you either. So it go for him too. He needs to know that if he come out the shoot, whining and dining you, and with this extravagance, that's the bar he got to keep. You know what I'm saying? He didn't set the bar, so you're gonna expect that. So either way, you got to set the tone from the beginning on what the expectation is and what you want.
In addition to that, I like what she said is something that I've seen a lot of women do. They would be so independent. They would have so much of their own. When they meet a dude, they go somewhere. First thing they'll say when the dude, I got it.
I like them kind. I'm just letting you know.
But the point is, a lot of times
I got somebody to hook you up with.
Women initiate that, and the dude quickly buys into the fact that, oh shit, she got it.
Yep. It goes on all the time.
It goes on all the time.
Yep. So I mean,
but the cliche that I use so much, a good woman can do it on her own, but a good man won't allow her to.
You heard that?
That's from the square guy.
Dropping that relationship knowledge on y'all.
Yeah. Again, a good woman can do everything on her own, but a good man won't allow her to. So no matter how much she say, "Oh, baby, I got it, don't worry about it," he gonna find a way to get in. It may take him a while, cause like me, when I first met a woman that was totally independent, that didn't need me for nothing, I had to find out how can I fit into her life to be a benefit.
Right. And there's many ways. Maybe she can't cook that good.
Okay.
Maybe you're a good handyman, and
exactly.
Some good stuff around the house. Like you can balance it out and earn your keep and add value.
And
to any
I like
relationship.
that. I like that. That's what you got to do. You got to find out how can I earn my keep around here. How can I be impactful in an area where she has everything? And the best way to do it, men, just be attentive. Just listen. Women always give signs and clues. Yep. She might say like, "Damn, I gotta get that whole house painted, but HOA gonna take care of it." Nah, forget HOA. You gonna take care of it.
That's right.
That's how you get in there.
And since we're talking about the naked truth today too, and another thing they gonna always need, just make sure you can slang that language real good, and you might. She can't get that nowhere else, boy. Like
Not at the toy store. None of that. But anyway.
Not with a homegirl. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just saying.
You can have liquor license and all that.
That's that real naked truth for the day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I was going to say that. I thought it. But, yeah, man, earn your keep, man. You got a lot of women out there that don't need a man for nothing but companionship.
Square business.
But then again,
they grinding today,
but then again, a man is going to be a man. You know what you should be doing. Not because that's your job. Just when you with somebody, that's what you do.
Yeah.
You contribute. You help. Two people come together and make the situation better.
That's right.
So, a lot of times, dudes are so used to dealing with women that don't have nothing. It's so easy to see how you can help them. But when you're dealing with somebody that got everything and you hard to see that, you'll get it now. You'll find out.
Yeah, you gotta just figure it out. You gotta jump in there and figure it out, like you said.
But on to something else, man.
Jump in there and figure it out, people.
What you think about the Tom Brady situation? About him jumping off that cliff with his daughter.
Man.
They got the man on, what's that, ShaneFacebook.com, whatever it is.
I mean, I just think sometimes people do go a little too far with stuff. But, I mean, I'm just going to be honest with you, man. It's his child, man. I don't, that's a hard one.
What I saw when he jumped and he still had her hand and they kind of went over, yeah, it was dangerous. But then again, damn, that's his child.
That's what I was gonna say. But
Tom Brady, I know you ain't watching this show, but anyway, just in case somebody tell you, I don't like you as a quarterback because you win too fucking much. Damn, you too damn good. But that's your kid, man. Do what you want to do. That man ain't hurting that girl. That man out there having a great time in Costa Rica. His daughter wanted to do it, and then she wanted to do it with her dad. What the hell we got to say about it?
A lot of times, that's what it is, though, man. When you in the limelight and you doing everything right,
they gotta find something.
The big guys, so they gotta find in it. They gotta find something. So it's like we can't let you just make it and be just spotless up in here.
You don't do that.
We gonna sprinkle a little dirt on you every now and
somehow
as best we can.
So
he under that scope. So he had the big eye on him, and so of course, anything he do, the scrutiny is it's just way heavier.
Mm-hmm.
And so to me, it's also just like when Obama was in office. Sometime when you are so good,
mm-hmm.
or even when you are the first to do, the standard of expectation is like extremely high, right? And so there's just an expectation that comes with it, and again, it's our fault for having an expectation because they are human beings, But
we have a tendency, subconsciously, we have a tendency to think that people that have offices and actors and celebrity status, they're faultless.
Yeah.
These are people of errorless.
And I understand that speaking with Obama, I understand that when he became president, that was miraculous. So we all thought it was a miracle, but he ain't Jesus. So we might have thought it was a miracle. He don't quite walk on water, but the brother did the best he could. So we got to give him that.
Make it to the presidency. I mean, he walked on oceans and everything else, bro.
Yeah.
He wasn't Jesus, but he could have been Bill.
So just know that again, they're human beings, and we set them expectations. But my attitude is, who got time for that? If you got enough of your own business going on, you don't have time to be
worried about nobody else.
To be everybody else's business about what a person doing right or wrong with their child on their vacation. And that says a lot about you and what you got to do with your time.
And I'm certain they doing far more worse things with their kids, like smoking marijuana around your kids.
Yes, so that's another thing too. Usually the one who pointing the finger.
Yeah, doing far more worse things.
Yeah, if you put them under the microscope, then it boy say
CPS been open the door.
Yeah.
But last but not least, I know it's hard to be careful because now these days you have to drive for yourself and for somebody else.
Yeah, you definitely
Did
gotta.
you see that man last night driving up the wrong side of the freeway? You know why you come off the freeway?
Mhm.
He going up the freeway.
I didn't see it, but it happens
Oh
all the
my
time.
God.
Do you know how many? That's not. You know how many deaths happen every year because somebody's driving up the
And the
wrong
man
way?
had 5 DWI convictions on his record.
How do you stop it though?
Uh, Honestly, they do have a law saying that whoever, and I don't know where he was at prior to the accident. If he was at a bar, that bar can be held reliable for that. That bartender is supposed to be conscious of how many drinks they have served a person, which is almost kind of difficult to do. But that's the
I mean, but that's still. It's not gonna really stop anything. You know how long they've been holding bartenders accountable,
I know, but that's sad. And then
and
what gets me, the drunk driver never dies.
they almost end to come walk our way with just
No
without even a
scratches.
scratch.
Exactly. That man, I don't.
Yeah, that's almost always the situation.
Okay, man.
But yeah, yeah, like I said, that's the reality we live in, the world we live in. So unless technology catch up with the times, we can put a chip in their neck, so every time they get in the car just shut down. Don't let it. No, the car automatically won't let them drive. Then we can, then we, you know, then we gonna
Somebody
be
gonna come up
dealing.
with a device like that.
Then we're gonna be
Watch.
dealing with what we're dealing with, man. And that's not gonna stop. Whether
Oh,
whether licenses suspended, whether they whatever, they still gonna figure out a way to get behind the wheel and still do damage and do what they do.
before we go to this break, man, let's get into our topic for the day. You ready?
I'm always
I
ready,
got
man.
one for you.
I'm just trying to invite some
Our
people
topic for the day is
to watch this show.
to be honest. Be honest. How satisfied are you by the way you was raised by your parents, or are you satisfied by the way your parents raised you? Let me say that.
That is a good question.
The question is again, be honest. Are you satisfied by the way you was raised by your parents? And this goes into relationship question because a lot of times the way we was raised by our parents, what we saw, what our mom and dad did, whether they was together or separated, that can determine what we allow our mate to do to us,
Yeah,
what
yeah,
we accept in our lives,
yeah.
what we don't.
Definitely. That definitely becomes the standard by which we judge.
Hmm.
Until we figure it out. So my situation is weird because again, I came up in a really kind of dysfunctional home, and my dad was kind of a straight gigolo. Um, didn't stay with
That
us,
tells me a lot
so,
about you now. I was wondering.
so he didn't stay with us, but he didn't stay far from us. So I knew him,
Hmm.
and I knew the million kids that he had as well. Interestingly enough, though, he took care of every one of his kids. Like if half of them stayed with him,
Hmm.
and so he was one of them dudes. He made kids, but he took care of them. But I was just one of the ones I stayed with my mom. So when he saw me, he would, I had opportunity to go spend summers with him, but typically he would just, buy the school clothes and make sure I was taken care of financially or
Hmm.
whatever. Inside of my house, it was my stepdad who was retarded, and so for the most part, I only learned from men what not to do. I didn't grow up in a house where I had
But but
actual
that,
role
that
model
that's
or
powerful.
standard.
That's
I only
powerful.
learned from men what not to do.
Cause some
Growing up in
some.
third ward,
Mhm.
and what I saw, it was just everything was dysfunction, like I say for the most part. So, am I happy? I believe that if you don't know, you can't do. People raise you based on what they know and the parameters that govern, how they were raised or what they learned. Um, and so I think my mom did the best she could. Uh, but in all truth, if you ask anybody who knew me back then, they would say the streets raised me.
So let me
Because
ask you
I was
this.
10 years old,
Let me
like
ask you this.
acting, I was running the streets of Third Ward like a grown man at the age of 10.
After
So,
hearing all that,
yeah.
how has that impacted your relationship? Yeah. Come on. It's negative now. Tell me like it is.
I'm damaged goods, and my wife know that. So that's what makes it work, cause she know I have my little my little moments, my little dysfunction. I am streets. The streets is survival, and so when you're in survival mode, it's really easy to like be callous.
Okay.
And so in other
Okay.
words,
Okay.
I cut people off quick. you know,
Oh, I
uh,
know. I know.
yeah. So I just have certain ways that don't transfer well over into relationships with a woman. When you think about how rough and how serious the streets are and how that actually, and those characteristics,
Hmm.
they work well for survival, But when you're not in survival mode, anymore, you might need to kind of tone it down, right? So I'm learning to tone it down, and I think I'm doing pretty good.
Now,
But yeah,
one of the many cliches I like using is every rose has a thorn. Everybody has their issues. Everybody has their problems.
I got a lot of thorns.
For the most part, has that made you better? And because you say you learned one thing, you say you did learn was you learned what not to do. So the things that you learned not to do, has that made you kind of better, or your wife more appreciative of what you bring to the relationship? Because you may not be doing certain things that other guys may have done.
Oh, definitely. I think that anytime you start, just when the standard is what not to do, then okay, obviously I need to be doing the opposite, and so I do everything the opposite that I learned with my son, with my own son, who just turned 5, and I may even kind of go a little bit overboard. I think I do spoil him a little bit.
Yeah, don't say, huh?
But for the most part, how I groom him and how I prepare him for manhood, it's it's like night and day.
So,
Right?
in addition to that, one of the things that you say you learned not to do, and not say there was a bad thing on his part, but you may have saw it differently. You say your dad had a lot of kids, something that you don't. You only have one.
Right.
So is that something that you learned not to do? Is to have a lot of kids? From different women?
So what's interesting about that question is some things you kind of subconsciously do. So I don't think I wouldn't say like I made a conscious choice not to have any kids, but I can say that subconsciously I paid attention to that, and I knew that wasn't the life I wanted. Right. I wanted to be able to be in a situation where I was financially secure and able to really, really provide for my child. And I understood the difference between, of course, as I got older and more mature, I understood the difference between raising a child and rearing a child. And a lot of people can raise a child all day. That's just providing the basic needs. Animals raise their offspring, right? Raising and rearing is entirely different. Rearing is when you actually guide them, you steer them, right? And you give, instruction, give tools to help them to develop, to be productive and positive, contributors to society. And so, everybody around me, in terms of the men they raised me, right? They were good with giving out money, right? Because your kid coming to school with brand new Jordans and in a polo shirt, he probably the baddest kid in the school, right? No, you didn't work on his character, right? Raise him to understand how to respect authority and manners and etc. And so, so it's definitely a difference when you talk about raising and rearing, and most of us just raise our children. So like I said, I learned a whole lot. But the one thing I can say is even with the streets situation, my mom always joked because she say, "Boy, you the one child I don't have to ever worry about." She said, "I could take you to the roughest city in the United States, drop you off in the middle of Chicago at night, butt naked. You gonna survive, right? Like I don't have to even think twice. You gonna figure it out. I'm that type of dude." But that hustle has translated well into what I do, in the real world now. So from that drive and that hustle. Because I feel like that the streets teach us well how to hustle. A lot of times we just hustle the wrong way. I believe a gang leader can be the best leader of any Fortune 500 or nonprofit organization in the country. They have great leadership skills. You just leading people to destruction.
Yeah.
I believe that you get some of the biggest dope dealers out there. They can run a Fortune 500. You learn business 101. The principles are the same. You just got a bad product, right? So I understand that that what we learn in the streets is not all bad. It's the application of it, right? And so for me, what it did was it translated over into going all the way through where I am right now educationally to working on my doctorates, running multiple businesses, right? Have 2 of my own nonprofits, and so written 2 or 3 books, right? All of that kind of good stuff, right? So my drive and my hunger, and my determination, that comes from that survival mode, right? So I wouldn't give any of that back. I wouldn't trade that. I wouldn't trade that. Trade that in and say, I wish my childhood was a little better, and because taking any one of those experiences away would make me different than who I am now. And I love me now. I ain't like me so much back then, but I love
All
me
right,
now.
man. Okay, we're going to go to commercial break. And when we come back, we're going to continue today's topic, and we're going to bring our guest on, which is Miss Carmen Turner.
Okay.
Well,
Sounds good.
Let's go to this commercial break right quick, and we'll be back.
Politics.
That's what it is.
7 days too long, man. That's 24 hours a day.
The world was made in 7 days. You understand what I'm saying, bro? And look how perfect it is. Look, I'm gonna tell you like this. You understand what I'm saying? Look at this brushed leather, baby. Brushed leather. You can't beat that. You can't beat that. Right. Look, man.
I see it.
It's the new school FUBU. Versace on steroids, baby.
Yeah.
You can't beat this.
That is nice.
Knobby's on the bottom, baby. Knobby's on the bottom.
Sit back, relax, and feel this vibe. Ride and grind, ride and grind. If you hustle or 9 to 5, ride and grind, ride and grind. Slow your motion, take some time. Ride and grind, ride and grind. Close your eyes and ease your mind. Ride and grind, ride and grind. Sit back, relax, and feel this vibe. Ride and grind, ride and grind. If you hustle or 9 to 5, ride and grind, ride and grind. Slow your motion, take some time. Ride and grind, ride and grind. Close your eyes and ease your mind. Ride and grind, yeah. I put in the time on my grind and my promo. To y'all it look fast, to me it's in slow-mo. I eat with my family, my hustle on notos. I pull up my phone and they posing for photos. We changing the game, ain't no room for you lame. All that nonsense you claiming and ride at your brain. I got rappers and stitches, my spit is insane. Go off the chain, I'm some dope on cocaine. So cleanly, no stain, I hip hop with the grain. My fans say I'm hot, that's the reason I'm rain. Big moves being made, they don't time.
Man, look here, man. I don't know what you want me to do. If I don't have no product, you know what I'm gonna say. Tell me what I'm gonna say then, man. I don't know what to say anymore.
You can't make no money till you get no product.
Exactly.
Sit back, relax, and feel this vibe. Ride and grind, ride and grind. If you hustle or 9 to 5, ride and grind, ride and grind.
I'm talking about, man, we can make bags now, man. We can make bags now, man. You got hats, you got shoes, man. Yo, what a socks at though, man? You got handbags and things. Oh, there you go.
Ride and grind, ride and grind. Slow your motion, take some time. Ride and grind, ride and grind. Close your eyes and ease your mind. Ride and grind, ride and grind.
I'm hustling, homie, I'm getting it in. Turning these counters and flipping this pen. Late nights, early morning, I'm in it to win. Can't afford break time, is nobody.
What's good, brothers? What's good?
It's gonna be up in here, man. You know, it'll take you, man, you know what I'm saying? We here.
We see him.
Nah, that straight up flies. I'll dig that. I like these, man. I'll take 100.
It's all about the way you move in these streets. Ain't chasing no cloud, I got facts on these feet. I'm about my business, I sponsor athletes. Think it's a game, who will sponsor my tweets? Eating's the brand, we came with that plan. Now it's in motion, we spreading like sand. Man, what's going on, man? You ain't answering the phone and stuff, man.
Man, I've been busy, man. I got to get these orders out, man.
Say, man. Hold on.
Damn that.
Oh, man, damn, my birthday, man. I'm trying to make it to the house.
Look.
I'm in the overtime.
Remember, last night or the day before, wherever it was, I was drunk, but you gave me 500.
Oh,
right?
man.
Hold on. We still got 1,500 people.
Oh, my goodness, man. Let me get this. Man, I'm in the bind right now. I got this.
Skip it.
I got you, man.
Skip it. Like that peanut butter.
Check it out. I got you covered, man. I got you covered.
Oh,
Man, I gotta get this stuff out though, man. I gotta get it out. I'm in a hurry.
So this ain't up?
No, I gotta put all this product right here to find somebody else's order.
Oh, come on,
Man,
man.
this is going over to China, dude.
This ain't up. Can we be here by 5 o'clock?
Oh man, it's killing me. Day my birthday.
Man,
I tell
look,
you what.
look.
Got you covered. How about that? I got you.
You gonna
covered.
make that miracle
I'll
happen?
make it happen for you. I'll make it happen
Magic
for you.
man.
Hey, they say Jesus is black.
There you go. I got you.
I know what you're about to say.
All right, y'all, we back. We back, man. And today's topic is, honestly, are you satisfied with the way your parents raised you? And you said that you was.
Well, yeah, I said I wouldn't take anything back.
You happy?
I think that people, do the best they can with their hair. My mama, Opelousas gal, came to the big city to try to get a new start. And, a lot of them get taken fast, but she's a survivor like us. She taught me them skills, I guess. So, she figured it out.
Okay. 832-649-8406 is the number. Again, 832-649-8406. And today's topic is, honestly, are you happy with the way you was raised by your parents?
And how has that affected your relationships now? With your kids, with your spouse?
This could determine why so many people are single.
So, there's no doubt about that. I believe that strongly. I believe that a couple of things happen with men. Some of us become mama's boys, And so we think a woman's supposed to pamper us like our mama pamper us, and so we saw that expectation, especially with today's kind of career-driven woman, it's unrealistic. So I think that we set ourselves up for failure because we try to compare women to our mother, and I think on the opposite side of that, women probably do the same thing.
They do. They look for the father figure that they didn't
or they
have.
look for the father figure they didn't have, and that's why they keep getting got. Because a dude can play the role well, but you keep trying to fill a void that can't be filled by anybody but your biological father. And if they're not there, then you have to work on yourself and be complete with yourself, and not look for happiness and that completeness outside of yourself. Otherwise, you're gonna keep setting yourself up for failure. So
That's so true. Again, the number is 832-649-8446. Today's topic is, honestly, are you happy with the way you was raised by your parents? So now, man, let's bring our guest in, man.
Yep.
Our guest today is Miss Carmen Turner, and she's running for tax
Assessor, collector.
assessor. I can't.
We don't like tax folk, but she I think you'll like this lady. I think you'll like.
I think y'all like her. Here she comes, Miss Carmen Turner.
This is not Uncle Sam. This is Carmen.
There she go, y'all. There she go right there.
Hey.
Hello.
Oh, you got your mic on? That's your thing. That's 3. Okay, go ahead.
Did my mother do a good job of raising me?
Can you fix your thing? No, bring it to your mouth.
Okay, bring it to my mouth.
There you go. We want to better hear you.
Yeah, we want them to hear you.
Okay.
Not just see you.
Did my mother and father do a good job of raising me? How y'all doing today?
Well, you ready
You ready to jump right in? She ain't waste no time.
But you know what?
Like, let me talk about that.
That can be a sign. That can be telling you that if you put this lady in office, this lady gonna jump right in there and do her job.
Go straight to work.
Straight to work. No beating around the bush. No kicking her heels off and getting relaxed first. She jump in. I normally ask the guest the question.
Yeah.
She gonna just jump in and tell me what she wanna know.
Yeah, that's a good question you asked.
But okay, I'm gonna ask you now.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, are you happy with the way you was raised by your parents?
I am delighted the way my mother and father raised me. I came from a family with a dad that was an engineer. My mother was an engineer. My mother raised 6 kids. All of us went to college and got a degree, which is unusual. I am the only one out of 6 that's self-employed, but I've done everything you can imagine. I've done hair in the past. I've raised everybody's kids. When you're doing hair, you hear all the relationship problems like you was talking about earlier. As far as my mother is concerned, she was the stern person in our family. She was the person that kept everything in order. My dad was the engineer. He paid the bills. But if anything went wrong, you had to answer to him.
But okay. Now you said about you went to college and whatnot. Now I do know you got more degrees than a thermometer. Yeah, you come from U of H to Houston Community College, and then you get what else you get? What's that?
I'm working on my master's degree right now.
Yeah.
In this executive and master's in communication.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You very educated.
Educated.
Educated. That's all nigga true word. Educated. That's the fist of right.
Yeah, very. But people say I'm not though. Mm-hmm.
That you're not qualified?
Yeah, they say I'm not qualified.
Well, time out. Stop. Now, see, you done shot the interview somewhere else now. What makes you not qualified?
Yeah, and
well,
so let's talk about what they say makes you not qualified, one, and then let's talk about what are the qualifications for that position.
Exactly. I want to hear first of all, why you not qualified.
Well, maybe my 15 years of real estate, residential and commercial real estate may make me not qualified. Maybe my 35 years of just being self-employed may make me not qualified. I'm not sure. Maybe me working with people that come out of prison from the reentry program may make me not qualified. Maybe the part about me putting out 100 students every year back into the system again, which makes them work again, which are black men, all nationalities, to be honest, make me not qualified. Maybe me
she ain't
working
qualified to do nothing, y'all.
No.
And she ain't finished.
Summer Earn and Learn going on right now with almost 100 students. Maybe that may make me not qualified. Do you want to keep going or you want to stop right
You're
here?
not even qualified to be on this show.
Please stop. Please stop.
Please stop. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
And you told, when I first met you, I remember you telling me about, in addition to working with uh, ex-felons
Mm-hmm.
out of prison, how you put them in trucks
Mm-hmm.
to get them jobs. You know,
I drive a truck.
you have an 18-wheeler?
I have 18. Well, I have 3 18-wheelers.
And
My
you
son
ain't
has
qualified.
18. No, I'm
That's
still not
why you
qualified.
ain't qualified. You got too much. You know too much.
So my question is this: specifically, who said
Well,
that
you know,
you're not
politics.
qualified?
You know, people gonna say things they don't know you. That doesn't bother me. Maybe my 30 year. I went to school here at Lamar High School. I graduated from here. You know, people gonna say things. I don't pay it any attention at all because at the end of the day, the way I'm trying to run my race is run it like the Obamas did, with just clean, nice race, classy. I don't pay any attention to it because I know what I've done. I know my history, so that stuff doesn't bother me at all. You know, I just knock it off because what I do for the community is more important than what someone has said about me, basically.
So my thing is this: you definitely have the business acumen. You definitely have a strong business background, and I think that transfers over well into tax assessors or that environment. Um, you're clearly not a politician, maybe, and that's a great thing. But I mean, that's not even a standard anymore. We elected a buffoon to the presidency that had zero political experience, but he was a great businessman, right? And so, I'm just saying, if it could work for the president, it should definitely work for the tax assessor. Right?
No.
What made me do it? What made me run for tax assessor? What made me run for tax assessors?
Excuse me, before you tell us what made you run, I want to know now what's the qualifications.
So in other words, for the tax assessor's position, what do they do, and what are the qualifications? Like, just for them to say, for you to get this position, you have to meet this standard. Blah 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 blah.
Because you just said why you're not qualified.
Do you have that?
There's no real standards. There are standards. Of course, you got to know about taxes and collecting taxes. What we do is we're the person that assess the taxes for the houses and the homes. We're the person that does the registration for the cars, voters registration. We register the cars. We also the person that actually work on the budget. We also do the voters registration for you. There's a lot of things that the tax assessor does, but our job is to collect the taxes for houses, and not only that,
and then determine where the money goes.
And determine where the money goes. And the other thing that I'm working on is a lot of people don't understand how to get a tax break or how the tax break work for senior citizens. So I'm going to be having classes every quarter if I'm elected to where they'll be able to come in and teach them how to, assess their taxes and what to do with it.
Wow, wow. Now that you told us what the qualifications are, which you clearly super exceed. And I think that's why they're saying you're not qualified, because you're not on our level. You're beyond us, and that's a threat. So, what makes you want to run?
Well, I am on your level.
According to them,
According to them, I'm on your level. I'm running for the people, to be honest, because I went to a couple of town hall meetings in Missouri City. I don't mind saying where I went, and I seen people in there that was like my mom, your dad, my sister, my cousin, and they were complaining about not knowing what was going on in the community. And in order to work with senior citizens and in order to work with the people, you have to be in the circle with the people. I feel like, things were happening, and I run into people all the time say, why are you into politics? Why did you decide to do politics? I don't mess with politics, but if you want to make a change, if you want to make a difference, you have to get out here and do what they do and get in there and know who your people are. So you can't sit behind the table or sit behind the desk and say you don't know what's going on. So my job is to get out here and make sure you put somebody like me at the table. So I'm working for the people. I'm not for politics. I'm working for the people. I want to know what the people want. Missouri City felt like they got messed over because people had no idea what they were building and what they were going to be doing in Missouri City. My thing is, if you're going to build something in my neighborhood, let me know first. That's my house. Don't do stuff without me knowing. It's just like me walking into my house right now and telling me you ready to, just move into my house and don't ask me. My son bring you in my house and you move in, and I don't know you're gonna be moving in. Don't bring anybody in my house without me knowing it. So that's the same thing Missouri City saying. They're saying if you're gonna do something in my neighborhood, let me know first. And I feel like it's only fair, especially when you got grandmothers and mothers. They talking about the roads and the streets and the highways, and somebody has to be there to speak for the people. So that's who I am. I'm not into the politics. I don't care what they think about me. I'm doing what's got to be done for the people. So I'll have an open door policy. So just like I walked in your door right there, they can come in my office and tell me what's going on in the neighborhood. And if they don't like it, I'll be in the neighborhood with them to find out and keep up with what's going on.
Wow.
Impressive, impressive.
And when you that engaged with the people, that's a threat to those who are not. They can be very well while they say you're not qualified.
You know, for me, that's not a secret. I work with nonprofit organizations, and for a black female, to walk into a nonprofit organization and say she's gonna be running a truck driving division, you know, people look at you crazy. An 18-wheeler. I drive an 18-wheeler. I have almost 100 students a year or more, men that ranges from 18 to 50 to 60 years old. And if that 18-wheeler don't scare me, don't nothing scare me about the tax office. Don't nothing scare me about politics. So I'm going to get my feet in and jump in. I could probably, and I keep bringing that up because if I was to put you in a truck today, or you in a truck today, what would you do?
I would drive it.
But y'all going to need my help first, right?
Oh yeah,
of course. We need instruction.
So anything you do, you're gonna need instructions first. But the point is, you know, we gotta stop. You know, I hear people say all the time, we don't deal with politics. I don't deal with politics. We gotta stop saying we don't deal with politics and deal with the politics. So, you know, I personally want to be like a Michelle Obama or President Obama. You know, I want to be the person that walk in there and do it all classy. I don't care about what the people say about me. The corruption that's going on in there, I'm going in there to clean it up.
So let me ask you a question when you talk about corruption. So are you running against an incumbent, like somebody who's had the position for a very long time? And if so, what do you think about the job that they're currently doing?
Well,
and what's wrong?
The lady that's in there right now was just appointed. She's doing a pretty good job from my understanding. I don't know her personally. She's a very nice person. The other lady that I'm running against, she used to be with HCC. She's been in office before. Both of them has been holds office right now. I'm the only one that doesn't hold office. And my personal opinion on both of them is just go look at the facts and research both of us, all three of us.
Look at the track record.
Yeah, look at the track record. See what they did. See what she did at ACC. See what Carrie's doing right now. I mean, I've spoken to both of them. They're nice people, but at the end of the day, you still want to see a person's track record.
It's about the results. At the end of the day, it's about the results.
Yeah,
transparency, what the track record says, and what does that mean? How does that, what does that mean for your qualifications as well as for how effective and successful you've been at doing the job for the people?
Right. How involved you are with the people is very important. And that's my thing. I'm very involved with the people.
And this is for Fort Bend, right?
Fort Bend County.
And that's your area.
Oh, yeah. I am a constituent.
This is one of your constituents.
Are you registered to vote?
I am.
This weekend, on another subject, we're having just to go show you how we involve with the people. This weekend, we're having a food drive. We're giving away food, not buying it. We're giving away food, and we're registering people to vote. We're going to be right across the street from Fiesta on Texas Avenue. So if y'all available, come on out. That's what we do. We do everything for the people. It's going to start at 12 o'clock, and it'll go to the food. It's all completely gone.
That's nice.
And so if you're not registered to vote, we're going to register you to vote that day and get you registered, get you ready.
Okay, Miss Carmen Turner.
So did my mother do a good job?
I think your mom did an outstanding job.
Yeah.
That's just my take on it, especially from where I'm sitting at. But I tell you what, we're going to go into this next commercial break, and we come back and we'll continue on with you, Miss Turner. Okay?
I be scheming. I be scheming. They say I'm up to no good. I be scheming. You probably see me in your hood. I be scheming. They say I'm up to no good. I be scheming. You probably see me in your hood. I be scheming. They say I'm up to no good. I be scheming. You probably see me in your hood. I be scheming. They say I'm up to no good. I be scheming. You probably see me in your hood. I be scheming. $1,000,000 dreams and plotting schemes and pulling strings. I'm trying to get it by all means. Let's form a team. Just call me shooting guard, cause I be shooting hard. I spit the whole clip and vacate the whole yard. I'm a hustler. I'm a hustler. Real deal, homie, and I'm looking for some customers. I got that silky smooth groove, make you wanna move. Ain't no way that I can lose. I'm giving dudes the blues. They think they rapping, they ain't what's happening. I spit the truth, everybody think I'm capping. The game lacking, all these niggas acting. Let me catch one of you niggas on the streets, I'm jacking. I be scheming, fiending for that fetty. I had a conversation with God, he said I'm ready. Flows is deadly, beach like whoa. I ain't gotta say nothing, still make a punch dough. They say I'm up to no good. I be scheming. You probably see me in your hood. I be scheming. They say I'm up to no good. I be scheming. You probably see me in your hood. I be scheming. They say I'm up to no good. I be scheming. You probably see me in your hood. I be scheming. They say I'm up to no good. I be scheming. You probably see me in your hood. I be scheming.
Scheming and plotting, maneuver to multiply. Hogging that lane, know what I'm saying? Put the F and fly. Call it my pedigree, my hustle to the third degree. Just to make it happen, don't be acting like you ain't heard of me. 6 on the map, go get it and bring it back. Incorporated my hustle, no fiction and straight facts. Hold that bitch and blah, 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 turn the corners to get the stacks. The manner that I supply distribution to be knack. Niche, area of expertise. Survival of the business, I'm out my business, be a beast. Boss status and boss habits, got to have it to stay on feet. The streets from stomping ground, graduated to blessing beats. Block, bleeding, heat, speaking on collision with destiny. Best to pay attention when I mention I stay with the bombs itching. Only thing I think on is money. I mean, everything I breathe on is money. Everything in my team on is money.
They say I'm up to no good. I be scheming. You probably see me in your hood. I be scheming. They say I'm up to no good. I be scheming. You probably see me in your hood. I be scheming. They say I'm up to no good. I be scheming. You probably see me in your hood. I be scheming. They say I'm up to no good. I be scheming. You probably see me in your hood. I be scheming.
All right, y'all. We back again with Carmen Turner, Fort Bend County. She's running for tax
Assessor, collector.
collector.
Not
Yeah.
Uncle Sam. She ain't coming.
Now,
She ain't taking nothing out your check. But she's making sure that you know that she properly assess the property value, collect taxes on
That's
such
right.
properties, etc., and then make sure that that money is then used in the proper ways
Exactly.
with it back into the community.
And now that you're saying that, and this is, if you don't want to say nothing about it, it's fine, Miss Carmen, but that's one of the reasons that people say, I don't want to hear nothing about politics. They feel like their money is being misused. Politicians are lining their pockets with it.
Yeah, they do. Well, first of all, like I told you, I'm not a career politician, but at the same time, I hear that all the time. But if you don't have someone in there that's speaking for the people or for the people, you're going to have those problems. And a lot of people say, well, we voted and we put this person in office and they didn't do what they were supposed to do. Yeah, you do that sometime, but I can speak on my behalf. On my behalf, I'm for the people. For the people. I don't run a bunch of nonprofits. It's not all about the money for me. It's not just about the money for me. It's about making sure my people are taken care of. When I did real estate, I put more people in houses in low income areas and the high dollar houses. And it wasn't about how much money I was making right then. It was making sure those people had never had a chance to have a house before had a house. So that was an important part. And I had to fight taxes then. You know, at the end of the year, they couldn't afford their taxes. They come back to me again, the real estate agent, the mortgage broker, you know.
Like I said, you have a really impressive background, and I just encourage the listeners, the viewers, to as you said earlier, do your research. Spend a little time. I mean, we know one of the best creations ever in the history of creations is Google. You
Mhm.
can Google just about anything and
Anything.
quickly find out some real quick facts.
Mhm.
And so Google all of these candidates and just see what they really about and who you think will really represent your best interests. And so I just encourage y'all to be mindful of that. And it doesn't take but 5 10 minutes of your time to put those names in and pull up their track records.
Yeah.
Because again we know that historically the reason why we're so turned off by politicians in our community is because of the corruption
Right.
and the belief that once they get in office they're gonna answer to to big business, like say pad and line their
Mhm.
pockets and forget about the people that they're supposed to be truly working for. So let's be mindful of that so that we can put the best candidate in, which I actually think is sitting right here next to me.
And we're not just saying that. Again, this is a naked truth, and I think everyone can say that. Since you've been watching this show, we've been brutally honest. And I'm not going to say that Carmen Turner is the best for the position because she's sitting here. I'm saying that Carmen Turner is the best for the position for what she's doing outside of politics. Anybody, I feel, if anybody that's busting their butt to put an ex-con on a job so you
Back
can
to
be a
work.
productive citizen, that speaks volumes to me.
Well, to be honest, I don't like you to call them next cons. That's okay. But
Ex-cons,
they're people, and people seem to think that people can't come out of prison, federal prison, state prison, and start over. And they all started over. Those guys there, I mean, when I tell you stand by my side, they stand by my side. They actually have been helping me run this campaign right now, to be honest. And they're not only that, what you have to realize is a lot of those guys went to jail for different reasons, but at the end of the day, they left families behind, and so their families pay taxes, and now they're taxpayers. Now that they got a job, a lot of those guys got a job within 4 or 5 days. I can't let anybody knock them because let me tell you, it makes a difference. I got a couple of students that tell me all the time that he never did anything right until he got his CDL license, and now he has an opportunity to actually do something legally and the right way. And they're not making pennies. They're making $50,000, $60,000 a year driving
And that's
trucks.
starting.
And that's starting.
I
And
know
it's,
I know what truck
yeah.
drivers make.
I need a job.
We're not hiring you right now. Just kidding. But I'm gonna tell you what's gonna happen. This year is gonna be the first year that they're gonna do. It's no longer a straight Democrat ticket where you can just
Right, yeah.
straight. You gotta go down that. You gotta go down that ticket and make sure you vote Carmen Turner for tax assessor. If you don't, you won't get me. You can't do straight ticket this year. It's no longer straight ticket, so you got to vote for Carmen Turner
And Ms.
for
Turner,
tax assessor.
please, real quick, in a nutshell,
Mhm.
explain to them what that means. Because a lot of people may never voted.
Oh.
They don't know what going straight down the thing is. They don't know they don't understand
When you
straight.
vote,
The
you have an
dynamics of it.
opportunity to vote straight Democratic or straight Republican. This year, this will be the first year that you will not have a chance to do that. You have to actually go down and pick each candidate. And if you don't pick the candidate, you just can't pick the president because we're on a presidential race. It's 2020. You just can't pick the president and skip the rest of the ticket. You got to go down and follow us and find Carmen Turner on that ballot. If you don't, you won't vote for me, and I won't get in office. And I first got to win the March, which is the primaries. If I don't win the primaries, I will not be in the final
The runoff.
the runoff. Yeah, I have to run runoff. So we need your help. We definitely need your help.
Man, y'all need to get out there. I think I'm gonna say 8 out of 10 Americans got someone incarcerated on probation or parole. And if y'all want to help your family members, one of the ways to do that is get out there and vote. Get people like Carmen Turner in office who's already doing things like that outside of the office. But that is very, very important.
Yeah, so if you don't get out and vote, then again, she won't make it to the final round, Republican versus Democrat, at the ballot box. I don't know how long that's been in play in terms of them changing that straight party ticket thing, but I do know that situations like with Beto O'Rourke, that's why they changed that. You know, whenever other candidates can ride the wave and ride off the
Right.
coattail
Right.
and just eliminate one party
Yeah.
almost completely,
Yeah.
they don't like that
You're
at
right about
all.
that.
Especially when again, it works against. I mean, honestly, it's old money, it's old politics, it's old faces, it's people who probably should have been out of office a long time ago in the first place, and they don't like, but they don't like giving up those seats and those
Right.
privileges that
You're
come
right.
with those seats, and so I know that's the reason why they got rid of the straight party ticket thing.
Right.
Um, yeah, but it's nature of politics. As long as what's been going on works for them, it stays in
It stay in
place.
place.
As soon as it upsets the balance, and it goes against the grain of their best
They're
interest,
gonna
They wanna
change it
change
to
it.
their best interest.
yeah, they're gonna change the rules of the game.
To their best interest. We got about 5 more minutes, so go ahead and tell the people what you really feel like is really important.
How can they find you? How can they? When is the time gonna be time to get out and vote? Some of the stuff that you have going on coming up, so they can come out.
You can find me on Facebook. It's Carmen Turner for tax assessor. You can find me on my webpage, which is voteforcarmenturner.com. Our phone numbers is 866-530-6667. That's 866-530-6667. Vote for Carmen Turner for tax assessor.
And
Correct.
again, you have this voter registration thing coming up. Where you gonna feed people in and give them the register.
I'm not gonna feed you and give away food now. I'm giving away food. Which one you want?
Oh, I want all of it. But I can have
You always want one.
Agreed.
We're giving away food for free, and we registering people to vote.
Man, I know y'all. Look, I don't know about y'all. If nothing else, I'll turn out for some free food. So y'all come on out. And this is what day again?
It's gonna be this coming Saturday.
This coming Saturday is July what?
27.
27. July 27th. And she's gonna be out there from what time?
We're gonna be out there from 12 o'clock until all
it's
day's
gone.
gone.
From 12 p.m. till it's gone. So, anything else?
That'll be all.
Get out and vote. It's Carmen Turner for Ben County tax
Assessor collector. And I just want to
Vote for Carmen Turner for tax assessor collector.
I said
tax
it.
assessor collector.
And I just want to say your mama did a great job.
Awesome job.
My mother works with me every day, to be honest.
And I know they're gonna trickle over to the lives of other people.
Yes, it is. That's very important to me.
Well, we're glad to have you on. And if anything that we can do to support you, want to come back, promote some
I will
more
be back.
things,
I will be back. Every event that we have, I'll be back over here to play with you
please come
guys.
back.
Okay.
And we'll turn out to come in and check you out.
Saturday, 12 o'clock till it's gone.
I think I came to your car wash, right?
You came to the car wash. You lost some barbecue.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah,
Sure
you
did.
Would I endorse?
Oh,
Yeah,
Lord.
I would. Yeah, yes, I will. I said it now. Yes, I would endorse her. Yeah. The naked truth is endorsing Miss Carmen Turner
For tax assessor collector.
Oh, they got it right.
I got it right.
First of all, it shouldn't be Dave. I got it right the whole
You got it
time.
right. You sure did.
It's just certain things you use certain words right behind each other. I'll be like, blah, 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 blah. So I gotta think about it. But yes, we are endorsing Miss Carmen Turner. If for nothing else, I'm gonna be honest with you. Just the fact that you employing people who get doors slammed in their face regularly, you got my vote.
Yeah,
I got my support.
She definitely has shown
Got
already.
mine.
Her track record shows she's about the people. There's no denying.
Though you ain't qualified, according to them.
I was about to say. Well,
Yeah, according to them, you ain't qualified. You got my endorsement.
I appreciate it. And I appreciate Naked Truth. And I will be back.
And that's the naked truth.
And that's the naked truth.
And I'm Jimmy the Square Guy that want to talk fly to you before you lie to you, right here on your political hip-hop outlet with Miss Carmen Turner, Ed D, and Roger Reverend Moore. My boy.
Yep, usually he pop his face in here.
Yeah. He normally pop his head up in
He
here.
decided.
He ain't got his shades on today, y'all, so we'll get him next time. But again, thank you, Miss Turner.
The Naked Truth.
The naked truth, and we will see you hopefully Saturday, if the weather permits.
Okay. I'll be there no matter what.
Oh, so it's an indoor event.
It's an outdoor event right across the street from Fiesta.
You know, I can't get wet. I might melt.
You can't what?
I can't get wet. I might melt.
That's all right.
Okay.
We'll have an umbrella for you.
All right, man. We'll be back Wednesday at 5:30 to 6:30 right here on your political hip hop outlet on the Naked Truth Network. And stay tuned for Jennifer who? Cantu
And Sam Hayes.
Sam Hayes, Precinct 1 Commissioner. But right now, again, Ms. Carmen Turner for being tax assessor collector. I got it. I told you.
Oh my God! It only took 20 times.
Hey, man, I ain't hopeless.
You're not gonna give them a your wise quote, saying philosophy.
Today, I threw them off.
No.
You probably did, cause usually.
Okay. Yeah, you did throw me off. I will leave y'all with this one thing. The best lesson is about listen because you pay for it. When what you do start to cost you something, that's when you'll learn. But a lot of times people don't learn from what they're doing because it's not costing them anything. It's at the expense of others.
Ooh.
But when what you do start to cost you something, when it start to affect what you like, what you love, when you lose it,
then you'll learn.
that's what it means. The best lesson is about this because you pay for it. So far, people have been paying for your mistakes, not you. And that's the nigga truth. We'll see y'all Wednesday.
That was actually fun.
No, you wasn't quite.